What's going on, everybody? Look at this. We are going to be doing a flight today out of Chicago. It does not look good. Man, we are in for a ride today. I haven't started anything up, done anything. I'm just going to walk you guys through how I do everything from when I load up the sim to touchdown to gate. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. Why don't we? It's going to be a crazy one today. So first things first, grab our handy dandy checklist. Parking brake is set. Batteries 1 and 2 coming on. And external power, we'll go ahead and turn that on. I do have the screens popped out, so that's one thing that I've already got done. But I use my checklist. I just found it online. That's what I use. So, all right. Nav and logo lights on, and APU will go ahead and start that. So that's coming on. We are flying the A321 today, 321 from Fenix. APU is coming alive. While we're doing that, we'll go ahead and GSX and start boarding the airplane. Well, we got some power to the aircraft. We'll go ahead and on the emergency exit lights. And we'll go ahead and get our ears on. IRS is aligned. It's on battery. Battery's off. Airs 2, battery is on, battery's off, and the last one is on, Adiers is on, battery, and we're off, so completed that way. Fuel pumps, they're coming on. And oxygen crew supply, that is on. Emergency exit lights are armed, overhead panel is checked. Got everything, we're good there. No smoking is set to auto. And glare shield panel, we are good there. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get a listen to ATIS, which is 135.4. Go ahead and get this set up. By 40. There we go. There we go.
0. Sky conditions, scattered at 4400 feet. Broken at 7400 feet. Solid overcast at 12900 feet. Temperature 0. Dew point -6.
Right.
Altimeter 3005.
Say intentions doesn't do a very
and
good job
400 feet.
of
Solid overcast at 12900.
giving the correct weather, so I just go up to my active sky, and active sky is what I'm really using that. Departure Chicago is foggy, and altimeter is 3002. That's what we care about. And we'll go ahead and ask Amanda. Amanda, would you mind taking over the comms for us? 3002.
I'll handle the comms from here.
Alright, Amanda's my co-pilot. She's going to be flying with us today. And she's going to handle the comms for us. So, let's go ahead and ask her if she'll grab our clearance. Amanda, would you go ahead and grab our IFR clearance?
I'll get our IFR clearance from clearance on 121.6.
Alright, she's going to grab our clearance for us. And we can go ahead and start setting up the FMCU, or MCDU, McDo, however you want to call it. I believe they call it the MCDU for the Fenix, so go to a flight initialize. We're going to initialize that. And that's all been initialized. Good. So we'll go to init page 1. Remember disk strip. So data, check our data. IRS monitor, they are aligning in 5 minutes. And go ahead and request on init A page. And we've got American 1555, service down to Dallas Fort Worth. Our cost index today is going to be 7. And our cruising altitude today is going to be flight level 360. And we'll go ahead and get wind request. Alright. So we've got that. We'll go to our flight plan and let's go ahead and check our routing for today. So our routing today is going to be taking off of 9 center. So we'll go ahead and go to KORD and we're going to go to departure. We're going to be departing off of 9 center. And we're going to be doing the, excuse me, I'm sorry, direct Aceto, direct Adele, direct Arlen, direct STL, direct Fort Smith, direct Coma, and then we're doing the Seaver 4, no SID, so insert that. And then DFW, where our arrival is going to be the 13 right, which is not going to be right, so we're going to do 17 center. We're just going to plan for that. And we are going to be doing the Seaver 4. With the RNet transition. And we'll insert that. Alright, radio navigation. We don't need anything. We'll probably set up something, hopefully, for a return back to ORD and our secondary flight plan. We'll copy the active. And we will set up, excuse me, oh man, return that. So yeah, we'll set up the turn around and come back to a Mista Pro or a ILS 9 center on the way back if we have an engine failure or any kind of issue. So go ahead and check our perf, our init B page. And let's see how we're doing with GSX. Oh yeah, request boarding. And we're starting to get everybody boarded. Amanda, would you pick up our IFR clearance?
Getting our IFR clearance now.
Alright, she's going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so she's getting all that set up for us, and we are going to be getting all of our charts and all that lined up for us, what we're going to need. So I'm going over here to my iPad over here that I use for the EFB on the Fenix, since you can use that and stream it online, so I do that. KORD down to KDFW. Right. No.
Do you want a board crew?
Both.
Pilot's boarding starting.
All right. So we're getting some people on the aircraft. We've already been boarded, but we'll let that go. All right. So we've got that all set up. We're going to be departing from 9 Center.
Crew
So
boarding starting.
we will have a taxi for a mile. It's the only thing I hate about flying into Chicago is it's getting in and out of here is just a bear. So and Amanda, how's the IFR clearance coming along? Everything's opening up so they can get us all in. Let's go ahead and get us our clearance ourselves. CTAF clearance is 121.6. And clearance delivery.
American 1555, this is guard frequency.
American
Please contact clearance
1555.
delivery on the appropriate frequency for your request.
Amanda, would you pick up our IFR clearance? Let's see what's going on with Amanda. Did she fall
Getting our
asleep?
IFR clearance now.
Oh, thank you.
Chicago clearance, American 1555.
There we go.
Requesting our IFR clearance. We have Tango.
American 1555 cleared to Dallas. Radar vectors FC-TOW. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 21,000. Expect flight level 360 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.0 squawk 6752.
Chicago clearance, American 1555, cleared to Dallas. Radar vectors FC-TOW, then is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 210. Expect flight level 360 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.0, squawk 6752.
American 1555, read back correct.
Cleared to Boston radar and vectors E-base
All right.
filed. Climb
We
and
have
maintain
gotten
4,000. Expect flight
clearance.
level 390 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 125.0.
And so
squawk
let's go ahead and do our multiplayer. Only thing we really care about is 5 people around our proximity. Alright, so we've got passengers boarding on the aircraft, and we have gotten all of our stuff set up as far as our flight plan. We are all ready for that. Now we are just waiting for passengers to get boarded, and alright. Thing on the overhead looks good. Alright, go ahead and extinguish our external power. Our APU is on. Double check that. Yes, it is on. And we'll go ahead and turn off the external power. And we'll just wait for all of our passengers to get loaded here, and then we will be set on our way. We can go ahead and all of our IRSs are aligned, which is good. And let's go ahead and see if all of our cargo is done, which they are. So let's go ahead and shut those doors, and we can go ahead and see if they are done in the back. We'll go ahead and shut that door as well. And we'll go ahead and get rid of our GPU, because we do not need that. Alright. So, passengers are boarding. And could be a little bit of a choppy ride up to on our departure or on our taxi out, but once we get airborne, the frames will pick back up. That's one thing I've noticed with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is that the frames are not great on the ground, but in the air they do great. So no doubt that they'll fix it, just a matter of time. I did fly 2020 the other day, and it's good. I really enjoy 2020 still, but 2024 is just, man, it's really good, really good. So let's get back to our checklist. And so altimeter baro is set, 3002 is checked once, and 3002 checked twice and set. Alright, flight director button is activated, EFIS modes and lighting as required. We're good with all the lighting that we got going on. FCU speed, we will get that once we get our weight and balance put in there. FCU heading is checked. Altitude is set. Weather radar, it is off. And our transponder is set to auto and standby. Yep, alright, so we can go ahead and set that to auto. So we're good there, and we'll just wait for pushback now. So usually I like to start GSX as soon as I get in here, but for some reason I thought I did, but I guess I didn't, so that's on me. So that's why we're taking a little bit longer to get loaded up here, get all of our passengers on board. We don't want to leave anybody behind. We've done that before. We got to the gate 5 minutes before takeoff from exchanging from another flight, and they have already left and gone away. So we do have Amanda on board. She's our co-pilot today. And then we also have Lisa in the back and a crew. They will be taking care of our passengers for us while we are flying along. Also, Lisa takes care of me. She likes to bring me Red Bulls. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a Red Bull kind of guy. I like coffee in the morning. So, let's see how much longer we got on some of these people. Got some nice music playing though. What do you guys think about that? Oh, hey there. There we go. Oh, Jim, what's going on, Jim? How you guys doing? Toby? Kurt? Hey, there's Kurt again. Hey, Kurt's sitting in 2 different seats. Michael, how we doing? All these fine people asking us for a flight. I think everybody's traveling for the holidays, huh? Looks to be that way. So we got 186 passengers on board today. Oh, he's a tall one. And he just cracked his head on top of that. Man, did you guys see that? Drilled his head on that. Alright, got about 60 more passengers left to go. We'll be all boarded up. And we can go ahead and shut the door.
our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Yes. No smoking, no vaping. But if you do have a chew-in, that'll be fine. We'll allow it. Sitting here watching everybody get boarded up, everybody taking their seats. Got 162 of 186 boarded, so just a little bit more, and we'll be set to go. Wonder if the actual seatbelt sign works. Ah, it does work. That's pretty cool. And turn the seatbelt signs on. Alright, 10 more passengers left to go. Go ahead and get back up to the cockpit here. $183 and alright, looks like we've gotten everybody loaded up, so we can go ahead and go to our performance. Let's go to our init B page, and our zero fuel weight is going to be 149.3 and CG percent is going to be 27.5. Good. And then let's go ahead and check off our sync with load sheet. It's going to be wet. And sync live weather. Calculate. Anti-ice is going to be engaged. Engine and wing. Backs are going to be on. Calculate that. And send to the MCDU. So there we go. Flaps are going to be 2. So we'll go ahead and leave all that up. And we are ready for pushback. Amanda, can you call for a request for pushback? And I'll go ahead and get GSX. While she's getting that, I'll get GSX to start
Requesting
prepared.
pushback now.
No, we don't want
Due
this.
to icing conditions, please stand by for
Chicago
engine start
ground, American
until push is completed
1555
and brace are
requesting
set.
pushback. We have information, Oscar.
American 1555, pushback approved, tailed on.
Parking brake is set, windows are closed, all doors are closed, and external power is verified. It is
Hello,
off.
Captain. We are ready for
If you bleed
pushback.
is on. And seatbelt signs are on. Pushback beacon is coming on. And we can ready for our engine starter mode.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Actually, it won't be too bad. We'll probably just taxi Alpha to
Locking gear.
TT to Gulf, and then Gulf all the way down to 9 Center, so shouldn't be too bad. 209 is our clean. 226, so we're going to go into our flight plan. Go to performance. Then go to our climb performance. And what did we say it was? 226, so we're going to put that in there to hold our pre-selected speed. There we go. And we want to go nose to the left. Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard American Airlines Flight 1555, departing from Chicago to Dallas. We are delighted to have you with us today. My name is Lisa, and I am your lead flight attendant. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues, John, Sarah, Emily, and Michael. We expect our flight time to be approximately 1 hour and 52 minutes. Before we take off, I would like to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you.
And we can go ahead and start engine number 2.
And secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on before.
Please set parking brakes.
For those of you seated in an exit row,
Parking brakes are
please take
set.
a moment to review the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you. The emergency exits on this Airbus Fenix A321 are located at the front, middle, and rear of the aircraft. In the event of an emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to reach the nearest exit. Additionally, life vests are located under your seats. In the unlikely event of a water landing, remove the vest
Engine 2 looks to be starting.
place it over your head, and hold the
Things
strap
looking
around
good.
Inflate the vest by pulling the red tab.
We'll go ahead and give GSX confirmation good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
Alright. Right, and good job on number 1, or number 2, so let's go ahead and start engine number 1. These are the IAE engines. Wouldn't have it any other way with having Christmas with a bunch of snow, right? Into Chicago.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright. Both engines started. So we can go ahead and go back to ignition mode. Go to norm. APU bleed is off. And APU master is coming off. Engine and wing anti-ice as required. And we'll go ahead and turn on our engines and our wing. And auto brake is set to max. And flaps are set for takeoff, which is 2.
Blow into this tube. Light and whistle for attracting attention.
And those are good. Ground spoilers are armed.
Jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed.
And rudder aileron trim is set to 0. Flight controls free and full movement.
Further information regarding your safety on board can be found in the in-flight magazine.
And pitch trim as calculated.
Hope you have a great
They're
flight.
good. And flight controls ATC clearance. Amanda, would you go ahead and grab our taxi clearance? Strobes set to auto. And nose and taxi light. This is
Getting our
good.
taxi clearance now.
Runway turn-off lights as required. Go ahead and turn those on since it is kind of gloomy out. And so,
Chicago ground, American 1555, ready to taxi. We have Tango.
American 1555, taxi to runway 9 center via Alpha Zulu, cross runway 09 right at your discretion.
Runway 9er center. Alpha Zulu, cross 9er right at our discretion. American 1555.
All right. Let's go ahead and taxi on out. Could get a little choppy here. We've got window heat on, we've got engine 1 and 2 anti-ice on, and we've got wing anti-ice on. With the snow in here, so we've got 20,000 pounds of fuel on board. Should be good enough to get us there. Let me rephrase that. We will have plenty enough to get us there. Thank you for flying with us today. Appreciate everybody joining. Alright, we are on Alpha. Just take this all the way around until we get to Zulu. Man, it's going to be a 0-0 takeoff. You guys can barely see that. I can see it on my screen. It says Alpha right there. There it is. Now you can see it. Alpha. To even see what's on the here on top of the center line for the taxiways. Hey, what's going on, Sean? Welcome aboard. Man, you ready for this takeoff? This takeoff's going to be a little crazy. Can't even see but 500 feet in front of us. Thanks for joining along. Welcome back. Thanks for joining the end of the stream last time. Appreciate that. Whoa. That car come from? My goodness, it's hard to see out here today. I'll tell you this, if I was really the pilot, I'd be saying we ain't going anywhere. No thanks. But since it's a simulator and we've got Sean joining us, we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna take off. That's just crazy. You can hardly see the airplane here. I think this is where we want to turn. Stay on Alpha. And I'll tell you one thing, whenever you're using the anti-ice on the engines and stuff like that, man, as far as the power goes and stuff, man, there is hardly any power to them. So we're going to use a full takeoff toga today. We're not going to use our flex temp. Let's get up and out of here. On our way to Dallas. Alright. And Amanda, can you ask for a progressive runway taxi? Still says that we are
Requesting
on.
progressive taxi instructions now.
So we are on R.
Chicago ground, American 1555. We'd like to request progressive taxi to runway 09er center with Tango.
American 1555, taxi to runway 9er center via Quebec, Tango, Zulu, cross runway 09er right at your discretion. Progressive taxi path will be turned on for you.
Runway 9er center, Quebec, Tango, Zulu, cross 09er right at our discretion, American 1555.
All right. Alright, so there's our progressive taxiways. There we go. Alright, now we can get on our way here. I think we're probably the only airplane out here right now that's probably be taking off. We are almost there, guys. Don't sweat it. Again, this is why I hate taxiing or landing in Chicago. You got bad weather, which is alright, but man, to try and taxi or to get anywhere around this airport, it's just bonkers. It's just insane. I don't think I've ever flown in the sim with it like this before. Let me know in the comments. What about you, Sean? Have you flown it? Have you done it? You flown out of here with weather like this? That's not right. That's just a sign in the middle of a runway. Just weave our way around that one. Alright, we are... Man. Hey, Asobo, you might want to do something about the signs in the middle of the taxiways. I mean, we're right smack dead in the middle of taxiways on the center line there, but they'll fix it, no doubt. Alright, we are almost there. We're getting ready to cross runway 9 right to 9 center, and then we will take off. Let's go ahead and get our lights all on. Let's get before takeoff. Terrain is coming on. Weather radar is on. And predictive wind shear is on. Transponder is on. Takeoff config test. Let's go ahead and do that. Normal. Packs 1 and 2 are on. Engine anti-ice. Engine mode selector. Verified it is in normal. We can cross runway 9 right. There we go. Nose taxi. Nose is on takeoff. Landing lights are on. And strobes are on. Alright. For landing takeoff. Checklist complete. Alright, next runway is ours. What's going on, Wheels? Thanks for joining. How you doing today? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. You ready for this takeoff? It's going to be a fun one. Grab a quick drink real quick. And Amanda, can you go ahead and get our takeoff clearance? And we'll go ahead and get our first officer to get our takeoff clearance.
Getting our takeoff clearance now.
All right.
Chicago Tower, American 1555, holding short of runway 09er center. Ready to depart.
American 1555, Chicago Tower, runway 9er C, winds 130 at 8, fly heading 090, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 9er Charlie, fly heading 090, cleared for takeoff, American 1555.
All right, here we go. Got 090 set up. As we get lined up. 090. And Lisa, would you get the cabin ready for departure? And I see a big C.
Okay, Captain. I will get the cabin ready for departure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now preparing for departure. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened.
All right, we are all lined up. Are you guys ready?
For your cooperation.
Hey, can you use multi-PCs for Air Manager with more than one PC, or is it better for just one? No, you can. You cannot use more than one PC for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but if you're running X-Plane, yes, you can stream it to a second PC to answer your questions. So, all right, you guys ready? Everybody buckled? Here we go. Excuse me. And for some reason airspeed's not coming alive. Go ahead and slam on the brakes. For some reason the engines aren't fully spooling up. It says take off inhibit. Wonder why that is. Got full throttle. Huh. I don't know what seems to be the issue. Not sure what this takeoff inhibit means. I've got that on ignition start just to be on the safe side. Flaps are set at 2. Spoilers are armed. We are on the runway. We've got everything set up. Engines just aren't spooling up. Well, that ain't good. Let's go to our McDo. Let's go to maintenance. Ground services. Let's maybe go ahead and start the APU. Auxiliary power unit. Let's see what's going on with that. Brakes at the max, I guess. Oh, let's turn off the brakes at the max. Good idea. No, it's the takeoff inhibit is flashing, so I'm not exactly sure why it would inhibit the takeoff. So index, performance, that's all set up. Thrust reduction, all that looks good. Manage speed, that looks good. Our climb speed, cruise, flight plan. Only thing I can think of is because of the icing situation out here. Let's do this. We're gonna turn off the weather. Say we're going to turn off the weather. Yes, shut down. I want clear skies. There we go. And let's double check our APU is on. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And engines. And let's see what happens whenever we do that. Yeah, it had something to do with the weather. Yep, had something to do with the weather. It didn't like the icing conditions, I guess. Alright, APU, or autopilot, is coming on. Flaps are coming up.
American 1555, contact departure on 125.0.
Contacting departure on 125.0, American 1555.
Second notch of
Chicago
flaps is coming
departure,
up.
American 1555, afternoon, climbing past 2000.
American 1555, Chicago departure, radar contact, clear direct Ossie-tow, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Cleared direct Ossie-tow, climb and maintain flight level 200, American 1555.
That was weird. I think it had something to do with the icing is what it was, to be honest. I've never tried taking off like that inside the sim. Clear direct Ossie-tow, so direct Ossie-tow and climb and maintain flight level 200. go ahead and get rid of our spoilers. And once we get up a little bit higher, we'll turn the weather back on. Should get a good look at downtown Chicago.
American 1555, climb and maintain flight level 230.
What's 230?
Climb and maintain flight level 230. American 1555.
There we go. Here's a good look at downtown. Chi-town. Just flew Chicago to St. Louis in the sim earlier. Did you do it with live weather? So we'll use active sky, turn that back on, see what happens. It's injecting now, so we'll see what happens. We might get a bunch of crap. And I forgot to do a I forgot to start my ACARs for my virtual flying. Oh well. Here, we'll pull up. Let's go over to Volanta. There we go. Alright, we'll pull up Volanta and we'll use Volanta. There we go. It didn't really... I did not see that snow though. Yeah, that...
Climb and maintain flight level 270.
That would have been... That was crazy.
Climb and maintain flight level 270. American 1555.
Yeah, that was crazy. We'll use Volanta to measure our flight. It's weird because now you look down and you can kind of see the ground. It's like it wasn't that bad whenever we were taking off. Or when it was worse than this when we were taking off. Alright, 10,000 feet, we can go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs. Landing lights can all come off. Runway light comes off. And landing gear, verify it is up. Flaps are up and retracted. Spoilers. Max 1 and 2. Engine ice, good. Engine mode. And we'll go back to normal on the engine mode. Passing 10,000 feet. Landing lights are off. Nose light are off. Terrain is off. And passenger signs as required. So there we go. Uh-oh. Our landing gear doesn't want to go up. It says it's up. Man, this flight is just bonkers all around. Welcome to 2024, right? Are we gonna fly the entire way with our gear stuck down?
American 1555. 1555, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Up to 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, American 1555.
I don't understand why our gear is jacked up and stuck down. What virtual airline do you use? American Virtual. AmericanVA.net is the...
American 1555, contact Chicago Center on 135.15.
Switching to Chicago Center on 135.15. American 1555.
Huh. Well, do we return
Chicago
back
Center,
to
American 1555. Afternoon, climbing through
Chicago?
12,000 for flight level 290.
American 1555, Chicago Center. Good afternoon, Chicago Romeoville, altimeter 30.
That's hilarious. We're going to fly the whole entire way with our gear down.
American 1555, Chicago Center. Climb and maintain flight level 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300, American 1555.
Well, I don't see any failures. Huh. Fellas, I don't know what to do. Yeah, because we're only at 14,000. This is insane. WPW is still frozen, I guess. Hydraulics be frozen? 'Cause, I mean, according to the overhead...
American 1555, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, American 1555.
The only thing I can think of is the gear says that it's down or up here. Let me try something real quick. Maybe it's the air manager panel that's messing it up. It's showing gear up in the cockpit, but it ain't wanting to come up. Yep, I don't know. I'm at a loss.
American 1555, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain flight level 330, American 1555.
Trying to see if there's anything inside the maintenance that we can do. There's nothing in maintenance. I mean, obviously there's maintenance can't do anything with it in the air. Maintenance is active and it's diagnosing, it says. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going back to the main menu. I forgot to start the A cars anyway, so just set it up. We're just gonna start on the runway. How's that sound? Is it just us out here? See how fast we can get everything done here. You guys still with me? You guys still on board? Oh man, we had to crash the desktop. Well, that sucks. I think it's the first crash the desktop that I've had though. So we'll get her loaded back up here. Well, I apologize for all this inconvenience, but we will. All right, we are getting it loaded back up, and we'll see how fast we can get things turned around here. What do you guys say? So do you guys fly for a virtual airline? Or what do you guys do? How do you guys utilize the simulator? not everybody at once. Man, been at 14% for quite some time here. There it goes. Now it's starting to go. Won't it be nice whenever you got these kind of graphics like this and it's super buttery smooth, kind of like 2020 is, but you still get the graphics that you get with 2024? Yeah, that's what I'm excited for. Like none of this that they're doing here. This is that's really cool. Rio looks good. Flying a blimp. Ooh, did you see those alligators in the water? That's pretty cool. Alright guys, stick with me. We are almost here. Northern Lights. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. I did turn off the weather, so we should be good. We're still going to do the same thing. We're going to start over here on... Oh, not a custom. Nope. Center, set as departure. There we go. Alright, let's see how fast we can turn this around. Maybe that's what it needed, was just a reboot. Change this to the daytime. But you guys don't want to see this at night. It's boring. It's just black. Alright. So batteries 1, batteries 2 on. And let's go back to our Fenix iPad. Fenix, tap to import ground ceviches. And we'll go ahead and turn on our external power. We just wheeled a GPU out to the out here to the runway for us. Let's go ahead and pop out our screens really quick. The pop out manager. Go, got all of them popped out. Back to normal, perfect. Alright, that's good. Panels are popped out. Panels are coming on. APU's coming on. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and we hit the starter. Can you run the ACARs now from the virtual airline? Yes, now that I'm on the ground, I can restart it all and start the actual flight, so that way we can do the flight. Once we get up in the air and get airborne, then I will then I'll turn the weather back on. So there we go. Perfect. Now we're cooking with oil here. And let's go to mass and balance. We're going to load aircraft and instant load it. There we go. So we've loaded the aircraft. So now let's go into our ATSU. And then AOC, flight initialize, init request. Once we get that. Alright, we've initialized. So now let's request init A page. Get that. And our flight is American Airlines 1555. And our cost index was 7, and we're going up to flight level 360. Amanda, would you take over the comms for us and get her to take over the comms? So that's all done.
I'll take over the comms now.
Amanda, would you call and get our IFR clearance? And then we'll go to flight plan, KORD, departure.
I'll contact clearance for our IFR clearance.
While she's doing that, so we've got all that set up, and then on DFW, our arrival is going to be
Chicago clearance, American
17
1555.
center.
We'd like to receive our IFR clearance. We have Oscar.
Seaver 4 with the RNet transition. Alright, flight plan has been inserted, and then we can go to our back to our Fenix iPad, and we will send it to
American
the MCDU.
1555, Chicago clearance, cleared to Dallas. Radar vectors
Secondary
SC
plan will
tow. That is
copy.
filed. Climb and maintain 21000. Expect flight level
21000 is what it gave us.
36010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.0, squawk 4614. Expect runway 09er center for departure.
Alright, so
Chicago
got that.
clearance. American 1555
Secondary
cleared
planes
to
all set
Dallas.
up. In
Radar
a B,
vectors
performance.
off then as filed.
Let's go back to our
Climb and maintain
iPad.
21000.
Departure.
Expect flight level
Sync,
360 10 minutes
calculate.
after departure.
Send
Departure
them
on 125.0, squawk 4614. Expect
Excuse me.
runway 09er center for
Alright.
departure.
So let's go back to our McDo. We're going to
American
go to
1555, read back correct.
maintenance. Or not maintenance. Let's go to McDo, and then we're going to go to config, manual failures, navigation. Go down to our IRSs, IR1, IR2, IR3. Those are manually activated, so that's all good. Speed's all set. Altimeter was 3006. Checked once, set twice on the standby, 3006. Alright. APU bleed is coming on, and seatbelt signs are all on. Beacon's on, nav's on, and we'll go ahead and start up engine number 2. Fuels are coming on. Fuel is all on. Starting engine number 2. We've got all that set. Amanda, can you go ahead and get our taxi clearance, even though we're already on the runway? See, just assuming that we'd have to taxi as far
I'll
as the
contact
flow.
ground for our taxi clearance.
Oh, perfect. See, she's already on it. All right, that's all on.
Chicago ground, American 1555, ready to taxi. We have Oscar.
American 1555, Chicago ground, taxi to runway 9er center via Victor Victor Delta Zulu.
Runway 9er center.
226.
Victor Victor Delta Zulu. American
On a
1555.
All right, so that's all good. Engine is available now, so we can go ahead and start up engine number 1. Engine 1 is starting. Engine 2 is started and ready to go. This is about as fast as I think I can go and get everything set up properly. So no smoking signs are on, emergency lights are armed, seatbelt signs are on, nav's on. We'll go ahead and turn on our runways so we don't forget that. Alright, all those lights are on, strobes are on. That's all good. Engine number 1 is going. And then once we get in the air, we will turn it on. ACARS. Good thinking. Let's double check that. Alright, engine 1 is on, engine 2 is on. Perfect. ACARS is running and is working, so we're good there. Engine number 1 is coming alive. And engine number 1 is available, so we can go ahead and turn off our APU bleed. APU's coming off. And predictive wind shear is coming on. Transponder is all set up. Terrain is turned on. And flaps are set to, what's our performance? So let's go to that. Flaps is going to be set to. So 1, 2. Alright, APU available. Let's go back to our ground serve VJs over here. Everything is off, so we are good there. And Amanda, could you go ahead and request for his takeoff? Alright, I think we're ready for takeoff.
I'll
Back on the road.
contact tower for takeoff clearance. Chicago Tower, American 1555. Holding short of runway 09er center, we are ready for departure.
American 1555, Chicago Tower, runway 9er winds 130 at 8, fly heading 090, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 9er Charlie, heading 090, cleared for takeoff. American 1555.
Alright. Parking brake is off. We are all set. Look at that, guys. We're back. Just like nothing happened. And we are set up. Airspeed is alive. Engine instruments are green. There's 100 knots.
Welcome aboard American Airlines Flight 1555, departing from Chicago to Dallas. My name is Lisa, and I am your lead flight
Golden center line.
Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful colleagues.
Getting a little
John,
squirrely.
Sarah, Mike, and Emily. We're thrilled to have you
And V1 and rotate.
approximately 1 hour and 52 minutes. Before we take off,
And here's the moment of truth. Gear coming up. I hear it.
First, please ensure your seatbelt is
Alright, we got gear coming up, guys.
Insert the metal
Woohoo!
into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. We recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated.
Turn into 090.
In the event of a
090.
American 1555, contact departure on 125.0.
Switching to departure on
And
125.0.
back to the climb D10.
American 1555.
Autopilot 1 coming on. Flaps set to 1.
Chicago departure, American 1555, morning, climbing task 1500.
American 1555, Chicago departure, radar contact, clear direct OSCO, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Now, let us talk about the emergency.
Cleared direct OSCO. Climb and
Direct
maintain
OSCO.
flight level 200, American
Last set of flaps is coming
1555.
up.
And 2 at the rear of the aircraft. Please take a moment to locate the
Alright, back on our way, guys. See? Just like that, guys.
Follow the illuminated exit signs.
This is the way we drew it up.
We also ask that you stow your carry-on
Alright, let's go ahead and turn back on
under the seat in front of you.
our
Thank you for your attention. We'll be taking off shortly. Once we reach cruising altitude, we'll be coming around with our in-flight service. And don't forget to check out the American Airlines shop for some great items. Now, I will inform the captain that the cabin is ready for departure.
And we're hand flying her now. There we go. Now we're on our way. Okay, sorry about that. All right.
American 1555, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Up to 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250. American 1555.
And coming up through our 10,000, so we'll go ahead and turn off all of our lights, landing lights. So after takeoff, landing gear is up, flaps are retracted, ground spoilers are disarmed, packs 1 and 2 are on, engine wing anti-ice, and wing anti-ice is coming on. There we go. Engine mode selector is on the normal. Landing lights are off, nose light, terrain is on, passenger signs as required. Pretty smooth up here right now, so we'll go ahead and turn off the seatbelt signs.
Dear guests, we have just reached a safe altitude, and I am pleased to inform you
And
that
altimeter for 18,000, so, alright.
you may now turn on your devices.
Man, thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know that was a little bit of a craziness,
Please let us know.
but, I guess I probably should have taken up GSX's offer to give me the anti-ice treatment. I didn't even think about that, but they probably would have done that in the real world. But I don't have too many hours in the real world of ice flying. If I see ice, I don't fly. I don't fly airplanes that have in the real world. That have the
American
capability
1555, contact Chicago Center on 128.65.
de-ice.
Switching to Chicago Center on 128.65, American 1555.
So we are well on our way now.
Chicago Center, American 1555. Morning, climbing through 1,000 feet to flight level 250.
American 1555, Chicago Center. Good morning, Downers Grove, altimeter 29.99. Chicago Center, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb and maintain flight level 320, American 1555.
Up to flight level 320. That is set. Man, having all kinds of difficulties today. It's probably because I'm streaming. I flew the other day and didn't have any issues. Flew the A321 perfectly fine, had no issues. Flew it to Nashville, but today just started using One World virtual. It's a virtual airline. Yours does look good. Oh, nice. One World. Never heard of them, but that's awesome. What do they fly? Did they fly? Is it an American or is it Delta or United? Which one? Or do they fly all of them? One World sounds like they'd be flying all of them. I do like this one. I fly for this one and Allegiant, just because I like to fly for my several of them. That's cool. I do like to fly the Allegiant because Allegiant flies the A320 in and out of my home airport. So if I want to fly out of my home airport with this virtual airline, I got to fly the E175, which you can see on my channel. I do have some streams of the FSS. I did build those 100% by myself. I built all the panels and then designed them. So that's what I usually do, is just design all the panels that we have. But I have learned to start to code them myself. that. So I did the ERJ was the 175 was the first one that I made 100% by myself. Designed them in Photoshop, then imported them into Air Manager, and then coded them and wrote the code myself.
American 1555, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Yeah.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, American 1555.
The Delta one, I wouldn't mind flying a little bit for Delta as well, or United. United flies direct from my home airport to Denver, which would be kind of cool. But you guys tell me. This one, I do this stuff for you guys, so I just do it just to show off what you can and can't do. I mean, you can literally flip from one airplane and fly it mouse free to another one in a click of a few buttons. So, all right, through 18,000, we can go ahead and set our down to standard. And standard, we are all good in the hood. Just picked the American routes. Yeah, that's, you know, that's a nice thing about the simulators. It has so many different purposes that some people do. Like, some people are loving the career mode, like the B1 simulations and Captain Canada. They're loving that, the career mode. But that's just not something that I quite want to get down on and want to do. But you know, to each their own. Everybody's does whatever they want to do. So, all right, what do you guys say? We get a little bit of music going. Like the airliners, just yeah. I mean, I like the airliners. I do like flying GA. The best set of instruments that we have is the TBM 850. That's from Just Flight, Black Square. We made friends with those guys, so he gave us well, didn't give us, but we bought the TBM and we built a whole panel of those, and that one's the one we put the most work into. We put hundreds of hours of building and coding and designing and doing lighting, backlighting, so that whenever it's dark in the sim that the panels dim, that kind of stuff. So these here for the Airbus, for the Fenix, I didn't design, I had no part in. Just one of the guys that's in our Discord that builds cockpits as well. He just took the fly-by-wire instruments and coded them for the Fenix. So that's how we have the Fenix to be able to use. And as of now, it's really the only plane that's, to me, worth flying in 2024. So which one do you guys rather see? Wheels, would you rather see 2024 content of flights or Microsoft 2020? Because it doesn't matter to me, I can fly either one. I have more things inside of 2020. Let's go to camera, and we're going to reset position. That ain't right. Why does it think that I'm over there? .2024 is my preference, really. All right, well then we'll keep doing 2024. I don't mind 2024. I don't think. I mean, if I keep running into issues like this, it's not fun. But you guys stuck with me, so I appreciate that. Thanks for joining. Makes it fun whenever you got someone in here to talk to, or I think we might need a Red Bull from Lisa. What do you guys say? Yeah, let's get a Red Bull. Hey, Lisa, whenever you get a chance, could you bring me up a Red Bull, please?
Sure thing, Captain. I'll bring that up to you shortly.
Oh, thank you. Well, let's go take a look and see what the weather's going to be like when we get to... so this is active sky. This is what I use. Then you can go to conditions, go to favorite. Let's take a look at a destination, Dallas. So here's the METAR. So winds at 20th, 25. It's 0253 Zulu. And winds are 020 at 5 knots, 10 statute miles. Visibility scattered at 2500. Temperature 11, dew point 04. Altimeter 3028. Marks A02. So nothing really. Then it gives you the actual decoded text if you want. So clear below 20,000. 10 statute miles visibility. So we shouldn't run into any issues as far as weather in Dallas. So should make it fun. Go ahead and turn off our terrain. The only thing that I don't like about the Airbus is that whenever you're doing streams, and these streams will be 2 hours long with some of the flights, because a lot of the A320 or the A319 or the 321, all of them are longer flights. So, but as long as you guys stick around, we'll do longer flights. Getting ready to start in January. I'm getting ready to start my CFI training, so I'll be learning to teach students to fly and get their private. Currently I have my private, my instrument, my multi-engine, and my commercial. And in January I'm going to start working on my real-world CFI flight instructor. And then I will start teaching people to fly, and then when I get to that magic number, hopefully the airlines have changed by then, but I'll get to that magic number of 1,500 hours. I'll need about, once I get my CFI, I'll need about 1,000 hours to get to that magic of 1,500. And then I'll be able to fly for American in the real world. So we'll zoom on out of here. And looks like we've got about 100 nautical miles till we get to St. Louis. Here in just a second, we'll be making a right turn to 226 to start heading on down to St. Louis. Currently, we are over Central. Bloomington. So it'll be Bloomington, Indiana. Nice. As we're trucking along. What do you think over there, Sean? Sean, you haven't said much. Good, take a look back in the back. Nice view, looking out over the wing. Do you guys use FS Realistic at all? You guys ever use that? I personally like using FS Realistic. Not using it right now, but I typically use it. So, did you guys notice that the screen tearing wasn't as bad this time as well, which was nice to see. Tail strike caution. Lisa, I forgot to tell you, thank you very much for the Red Bull. That really did help. She's so nice back there, always bringing me a Red Bull.
You're very welcome, Captain. I'm glad it helped.
Yeah, well, we got to keep our passengers safe. I wonder what this QR code is. You guys ever notice that? Let's try and scan it. What do you guys say? Let's scan it and see what happens. So, YouTube takes you to YouTube. Rick Astley, never gonna give up. Huh. So it is a QR code to a 80s song. Man, something happened with our views. Our track IR notice isn't working anymore, so I don't know what happened with that. So next week I won't be doing much streaming. I'll be out for the holidays, but after the new year we will be back with more 2024 content, back flying. You guys got some videos that you guys want to see or you'd like to see, let me know. I can make some. This channel here is for you guys. You guys just tell me what you want to see. We can do it. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna go on my phone. I have a couple pictures of my simulator. That's when it's all turned on and the lights are on, so you can kind of see it. Right now it's kind of dark, but I'll put it up on the screen. Let you guys see it once I find it. Alright, so I got the picture. And downloads, there it is. Alright. Whoa. There it is. So there's a picture of my home cockpit with everything lit up, what it looks like, all the touchscreens. That's what it looks like from my point of view. That was whenever I was flying the CRJ. We did build all those. I did design all the instruments on there. So don't look at the pile of cords in the back left. But, that was back when I had the back plate. I had them sunk in, and it was just set up a little bit different.
American 1555, contact Kansas City Center on 124.3.
Contacting Kansas City Center on 124.3, American 1555.
So that's what that's what it looks like. Hey, you like that little keyboard? Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to be able to push buttons whenever you're sitting here. You want to do something really quick, or want to do something, push a button or
Kansas
push
City
keyboard
Center,
button.
American
It's nice to have in front of you.
1555. Morning, maintaining flight level 360.
American 1555, Kansas City Center, good morning.
So we'll go ahead and start taking a look. It's a little bit early, but we'll go ahead and start looking at our arrival that we've got. So we need to be at switch is going to be our first. Let's go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Kind of walk you guys through this. I'm sure you guys probably know how to do this, but we'll just go ahead and pull them up. Look at the charts here. So we got some time to kill. So we'll go down here to the Seaver 4 arrival, RNAV. And our first one's going to be switch. Need to be at 290 knots and in between flight level 300, flight level 240. I always choose the bottom one, just so we don't have, on this approach, I've flown it enough that in between here to go from 11,000 down to 8,000 in a matter of 7.4 nautical miles, it doesn't work out so well. It says it's too steep of a path, but you don't have to be till at 6,000 at Yabit and 14. So you're going to be at 11 at Burgee, and then you're not going to make the 8,000 at Nuss, but you will make it. You will make the 6,000. So our first one that we got to look at is switch. So we'll go down here to our MCDU, start scrolling through till we get to switch, and it says that it's going to have us at flight level 267, 266. So I'm going to go ahead and put in there, we need to be at switch at 290 at flight level 240, and then I'm going to hit that, put that in there, insert, and then at them we need to be at flight level 210, which will put us pretty close to that. And so I usually just go to the first one, and then I go to the last one, which is Yabit, and it says 6,000. So that way it gives us a constant, as long as you get the first one, you nail the first one, then the next ones are going to be at a steady pace, a steady descent. But we'll monitor those as we're going down. So we've got all that set up, and our approach is going to be the 17 center. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So ILS, it says 18 right, but let's go ahead and take a look at the airport. And 18 right. Let's try and see if we can't get 17 right. But we'll worry about that, what approach we're going to fly. We're going to be coming up in here from the top, from the northwest or northeast, and be flying this way. So we could either do 17 right or 18 right, especially if it's VFR. We can, hand fly it and do that on the fly if we need to. So right now, all we're worried about is our arrival. And cockpit, it's getting a little stuffy up here, so we're going to go ahead and turn down the temperature on that and turn down the back cabin. Passengers are complaining. Let's ask Lisa how they're. Lisa, how's the temperature back there in the back?
The temperature in the cabin is comfortable, Captain. Around 22 degrees Celsius. Everything seems to be good back here.
Good. All right. That's what we like to hear, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you for that update, Lisa. We appreciate it.
You're very welcome, Captain. I'm here to help.
Made Kennedy, you're doing a very good job managing the comms. I really appreciate the help up here in the cockpit. You just got to be nice to everybody, right?
Thanks, Plainsight. Just doing my job.
Yeah, no problem. So, like the motto, ELE, everybody love everybody. You know? Why's there got to be so much hate? ELE. Can you guys tell me what movie is that from? Wheels? Sean? First one to put it in chat. And go. ELE. Nobody's really putting anything in chat, so I'm gonna let you know. It is. You guys got a guess? It's a movie. It's a basketball movie. Give you a hint. Basketball movie. And it is a comedy. The movie is Semi-Pro. Has Will Ferrell in it. He's this main actor. He owns the basketball team. But I will tell you this. After what we experienced today with trying to take off in the cold weather and stuff like that, I will have that figured out, especially going into winter. In the winter, we're going to need to know how to fly this bird in icy conditions. All right. Currently our ground speed's 402. True airspeed is 453. Let's go down here too. Let's mess around with this. Never really mess around with the McDo much. But take you guys down here and take a look at what we're doing down here. Let's do progress. So we are in cruise. We're at flight level 360. Accuracy is high, which is always a good thing. There isn't any other pages to do this one. So program. Do menu. Atsu. Wait for system response. Let's do weather check. Weather request. I've done this before. So K, DFW. Send. Return. And receive messages. And weather data. K, DFW. Winds are 360 at 5, 10 statute miles of visibility, few at 25,000, temperature 9, altimeter 3030. Wonder how accurate that is. Send ADC for 788 minutes, see ADC delay card on company tablet, and allocate as per OEOM. Okay. ADC display, arrival message. Well, we're just cruising along.
1555, contact Kansas City Center on 125.90.
Contacting Kansas City Center on 125.9er, American 1555. Kansas City Center, American 1555. Morning, maintaining flight level 360.
American 1555, Kansas City Center, good morning.
How's the cabin back there?
The cabin is looking good, Captain. Passengers seem comfortable, and everything is running smoothly.
Great. We'll be starting our descent here in probably about 20 minutes.
Thank you for the update, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for descent.
American 1555, contact Kansas City Center on 127.5.
Switching to Kansas City Center on 127.5, American 1555. Kansas City Center, American 1555. Morning, maintaining flight level 360.
American 1555, Kansas City Center, good morning. American 1555, Kansas City Center, contact Memphis Center on 133.025.
Switching to Memphis Center on 133.025, American 1555. Memphis Center, American 1555, morning, maintaining flight level 360.
American 1555, Memphis Center, good morning.
American 1555, Memphis Center, expect the ILS runway 13 right approach into Dallas. 74 arrival. Anticipate descent in about 20 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Expecting ILS 13 right approach into Dallas. 74 arrival. Will anticipate descent in about 20 minutes. American 1555.
Bender, could you see if we could get the 17 right ILS?
I'll request runway 17 right ILS. Memphis Center, American 1555, requesting ILS approach for runway 17 right into Dallas.
American 1555, expect the ILS runway 17 right approach into Dallas. 74 arrival.
Expecting ILS runway 17 right approach, 74 arrival. American 1555.
Great job, thank you, Amanda.
Thanks, plain sight.
American 1555, contact Fort Worth Center on 135.45.
Switching to Fort Worth Center on 135.45, American 1555. Fort Worth Center, American 1555, afternoon maintaining flight level 360.
American 1555, Fort Worth Center, good afternoon.
Amanda, can you go ahead and request for descent?
I'll request descent now.
Fort Worth Center, American 1555, requesting descent.
American 1555, descend via Sever 4 for the ILS runway 17 right approach into Dallas, altimeter 30.3.
Descend via Sever 4 for the ILS 17 right approach, altimeter 3030, American 1555.
Lisa, we're going to start our descent.
Understood, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for descent. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and are beginning our approach.
Yeah, the flight is. On your American VA, do you use the same call sign all the time, or does it change per flight? No, it changes per flight. If you're still sticking around. Excuse me. It changes depending on whatever flight you bid on. So you go into your online, and then you go to schedule, and you schedule what flight you want to do. And you can filter flights by what kind of airplane you want to fly, or by destination, and then you can fly whatever airplane or flight there is. This one's American 1555. Then if you fly the regionals, then they're always envoys. Though we have jet blues, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, the flight's going well. Down through, so 3030. That's what the altimeter is. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But you can fly on. But the also another thing is wherever you land, you have to fly back out of there. You can purchase jump seats and you can fly back to wherever, to a different destination if you want to fly somewhere. But you have to fly from wherever you're at. Yeah, right. Same way you do now. Yeah. Something that I did try. So we were set up to do the ILS 13 right. That is way away from where we want to be. So I requested on Say Intentions to see if we could get 17 right ILS, and we were able to get that. So always makes it nice that you can ask for that in the on the AI ATC, and it gives it to you, which is the way it was in the real world. You can always request it. Now, whether you get it or not, it depends on the traffic and that kind of stuff. But in the real world, you can request a different ILS, and they can give it to you. So glad to have you back. Thank you for joining. We're just coming in. Yeah, Say Intentions has been really cool, especially setting up the different keystrokes to be able to talk to the cabin crew, and being able to have the auto or the co-pilot take over the comms and that kind of stuff, because that's the way it usually is in the real world. You have a flying pilot, and then you'll have a pilot that either the captain or the first officer, one of the two, whoever's not flying, will run the checklist and run the comms. So we don't have too much further to go. You're coming up on Burgee and coming into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So
American 1555, contact Lone Star approach on 126.475.
Switching to Lone Star approach on 126.475, American 1555.
Amanda's been handling the comms great. So we're coming up on 10,000.
Lone Star approach, American
We're
1555.
under 250
Evening.
speed
We're
limit.
descending through 12,000.
American 1555, Lone Star approach. Good evening. Expect the ILS runway 17 right approach into Dallas. Altimeter 30.33.
Expect ILS runway 17 right approach. Altimeter 3033, American 1555.
3033. 340. So we'll go ahead and change that real quick. Our winds are now 340 at 6. And altimeter is 30.33. Go ahead and put that in our approach. And temperature is 9. So that stayed the same, so we're good there. So our approach is going to be 142 approach speed. So going over to our ILS, get our brief the approach.
American 1555, proceed direct Baker. Descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer cleared for the ILS, runway 17 right approach.
Direct Baker. Descend to maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 right approach. American 1555.
Coming through 10,000, so we'll go ahead and get our runway lights on. And we can go ahead and go into our perf.
Captain, the cabin is ready.
Alright, captain's ready, or the cabin is ready for
Ladies
landing.
and gentlemen, we are now beginning our final approach into Dallas. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. We kindly ask you to put your tray tables away, ensure your seats are in their full upright position, and fasten your seatbelts.
And below 230, so we'll go ahead and put in our first notch of flaps.
Regarding your connecting flights. Thank you for your cooperation.
And we can go ahead and arm our speed brakes. And auto brake is on low. And our terrain is on. Lighting systems are coming online. Auto brake is set, ground spoilers are armed. Altimeters is set to the local. Engine and wing anti-ice we don't need. Engine mode selector is required, we're good. So we've got about 22 miles before we get to Baker. And Baker is our final approach, or is the final approach fix, the FAF. Or as you like to look on a plate, looks like it has an X on it, it has a propeller on it. Yeah, I look forward to their traffic too, being able to do all that. Beyond ATC has that, so. Yeah, I'm sure. Beyond ATC did it. I don't know how well it works, or I kind of stopped using it after a while. Kept having, like I said, had some issues with it with my local airport, so I kept having to fly with it for a little while, and then once I got close to my home airport, start artisan, that kind of stuff, I had to turn it off, so. And I wasn't a great beta tester because I didn't really report anything and do much, so. Do need to start testing the 727. Been authorized to do the beta test for the Flight Sim Studios 727. All right. We are well on our way. Yeah, 2024 definitely needs an ERJ mod ASAP. I agree. Yeah, I'm ready for the custom FMS in the ERJ 175. That'll be really cool. Can't wait till they release that, and then can't wait till they port it over to 2024. That's usually what I fly, is more of the ERJ routes, just because they're a lot shorter than what the A320s are. So. But coming down through 6,200 to be exact. So we're coming down to 2,000 to intercept our How far out are they to release? I don't know. I don't know any more than what you know on the internet. I don't really ask those questions, just because I don't feel like I'm privy to them by any means. So I usually just try to stick to what they put out. But the last update that they put out, they did say that it was looking really good and they were doing very well with it. So I'm hoping in the next month or so would be my hope. That's not anything official that they've given us or said, but yeah, when it's ready. Yeah, exactly. When it's ready, that's when it'll be released. So I hope it's soon. I really do. Other than not having the VNAV and the custom FMS, it's a really good airplane. I like to hand fly that one. That one's one that I really thoroughly enjoy hand flying. So we'll go ahead and turn on our localizers, and we'll go ahead and arm the approach. Sending through 4,000 to 2,000. Pick up our ILS, pick up the glide slope, and we'll go second notch of flaps. Got the airport sign out there to our left. Don't know if you guys can quite see it. I can see it on my screen, but excuse me.
2,500.
And we are 2 miles from Baker, so we'll go ahead and go gear down. So that's our final approach fix. And we're going to go flaps 3. Landing lights are on, beacons on, strobes are on, runway turn-off lights are all on. 3 green, and auto brake is set. And speed brakes are set. Before landing checklist completed. And turning inbound.
American 1555, contact Dallas Tower on 124.15.
Switching to Dallas Tower on 124.15. American 1555.
And looky there, we got a runway right out in front of us. Glide slope has been
American
intercepted. Localizer has been intercepted.
We're established on the ILS for runway 17 right approach.
American 1555, Dallas Tower, roger. Winds 340 at 6. Runway 17 right, cleared to land.
Runway 17 right, cleared to land. American 1555.
All right, you guys all ready? Get your seatbelts on. All right, here we go.
1,000.
1,000 to go. Flaps full. Slowing on down to our approach speed, 140. And we'll go ahead and turn off the autopilot. Yes, I know. We're gonna hand flyer on in.
above. Minimum. $100. 50. 30. 20. Retard.
American 1555, welcome to Dallas. Contact ground on 121.85.
Contacting ground on 121.85. American 1555. Dallas ground,
Right.
American 1555, evening. We're clear of runway 17 right and ready to taxi to the gate.
Get off the runway here. Trying to keep my flights under 2 hours myself. Yes, I hear that. I do as well. 2 hours is, whoa. 2 hours is a long flight when you're doing it in flight simulation.
American
And
1555,
welcome back to
Dallas ground,
2024.
taxi to hangar 48 via Lima 5, Lima Bravo, cross runway 36 right, then cross runway 36 left, then Charlie, Charlie 5. Good day.
Yep, that's
Hangar
not where we're
48,
parking.
Lima
So
5, Lima Bravo, cross 36 right, cross 36 left, Charlie, Charlie 5, American 1555.
International Airport.
all
What a
right,
landing
we'll stop
that was.
here.
The captain did an excellent job, and I must say it was a smooth
APU's coming on.
Now, a fun fact about Dallas. Did you know that this
Go to
city
taxi
is known for
lights.
its vibrant art scene and is home to the largest
Runway.
urban arts district in the United States?
Strobes go to auto.
The weather here is currently
APU is
9
coming
degrees
alive.
Celsius, with a few clouds at
And after landing, strobes are off, landing lights are off, nose lights are off, runway turn off lights, flaps are retracted, ground spoilers are retracted, terrain is turned
On
off,
behalf of Captain Plainsight, First Officer Amanda, and the entire
weather radar is
crew,
coming
John,
off.
Sarah, and Mike, we wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Alright. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and taxi on in. And wouldn't you know it, every single one of those gates out in front of us has an airplane at it. So we're going to go ahead and take a right here on Kilo. Well, thanks for coming back and joining for the landing. I appreciate that. I see in your future a set of touchscreens so you can build you a nice little cockpit at home. All those look taken. Oh, I think I see one, guys. I do. I'm gonna take this spot right over here. us marshaled in here. And see how we did. Oh yeah, like a glove. Alright. Parking brake is set. Engine 2's coming offline. Engine 1's offline. And seatbelt signs are coming off. Alright. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for joining. I do appreciate it. And learning that we will see how the finances go. Leaning that way, we'll see how the finances go. Hey, I totally understand. Totally understand. Well, if you have any questions or any of that, please don't hesitate to ask on here. I'd be more than happy to help you once you get one. So, but thanks for joining. Appreciate it. We will see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Bye.